I want you to imagine this. You're asleep in a silent hotel room, and suddenly, at exactly 3 a.m., someone starts knocking on your door. Not loud knocks, not frantic knocks, just 3 slow, careful taps, as if they're making sure you wake up. Now here's the part that still haunts me. When I looked through the peephole, no one was there. This happened to me last month, and I wish I could say that was the scariest part, but it wasn't, not even close. I was traveling for work, driving alone at night through a long stretch of highway. Around midnight, I was exhausted and saw an old motel on the side of the road. Not fancy, not modern, just one of those places where the neon sign flickers like it's struggling to stay alive. I walked into the lobby, and for a moment, I thought it was empty. But then, an old man appeared from the back room, slowly, like he had been standing in the dark waiting for me. He barely looked at me as he pushed a single key across the counter and said, "Room 27, end of the hall." Something about the way he said it felt wrong, but I was tired, too tired to argue, so I took the key and headed to my room. The hallway was dim, and the lights buzzed like they were fighting to stay on. When I reached room 27, the door had scratch marks on it, long ones. I told myself it was just old paint, opened the door, and dropped onto the bed. Within minutes, I was asleep, until something woke me up. The digital clock next to my bed glowed 3 a.m., and then I heard it. Knock, knock, knock. Slow, perfectly spaced, like whoever was outside wasn't in a hurry. At first, I thought I imagined it, but then it came again. Knock, knock, knock. My heart started pounding. I forced myself to get up and walk to the door. Every step felt heavier. When I finally looked through the peephole, no one. Not a shadow, not a movement, nothing but an empty hallway. I stepped back confused. That's when the knocking suddenly changed. This time it was louder, faster, angrier, as if something wanted in. I whispered, "Hello, who's there?" The knocking stopped. Silence. But then, the doorknob began to turn, slowly, like someone was testing it, trying, pushing, twisting. I felt my whole body freeze. Then, a loud bang hit the wall behind me. I spun around so fast I nearly fell. Another bang, and another, like someone or something was pounding from the other side of that wall. I grabbed my phone, no signal, not even one bar. The room felt smaller, tighter, like the air itself was pressing against me. I tried looking out the window, hoping to see someone outside, anyone, but the parking lot was empty. Then I heard it, a whisper, right outside the door. Slow, broken, almost like breathing mixed with words. I stared at the bottom gap under the door and a shadow appeared. Not moving, not shifting, just standing there, waiting. I don't know how long it stayed. Seconds? Minutes? It felt like forever. And then, the shadow slid away.
Silent, smooth, like it wasn't walking, but drifting. I waited, gripping my bag with shaking hands, trying to gather the courage to open the door. Finally, I did. The hallway was empty, but on the floor, right outside my room, was a note, a small folded piece of paper. My hands were trembling as I picked it up. There were only 4 words written on it. "Don't stay in 27." And that was it. No explanation, no signature. I didn't need one. I grabbed my things and ran. Checked out instantly. Didn't look back. And as I drove away, all I could think was, if I didn't open the door, and no one else was staying at the motel, who left the note? And what was knocking at 3 a.m.?